Good afternoon, guys. We're back over the weir and it's the end of summer now. It's the very start of autumn, and this is just to show you what a reduced amount of water we still have. The water that we see coming over the weir at the moment is just purely from our own underground wells. This is not what's coming through from the main well. And the reason it's not coming through from the main well is unfortunately because Severn Trent are still pumping it all off. Even at this late stage in time, with all the rain that we've had, they're still pumping the water 24/7. So, as you can see now, we've still got reduced amount of water, and that is not creating enough flow over the weir for this autumn's leaves to flow over and away. That in itself is not a problem. But what that does do is prevent the surface tension of the water flowing over. So the water that's coming over the weir is coming underneath the surface, creeping up and over the top of the wall. And all that surface behind is remaining static. That means all the leaves, all the rubbish, all the dust, all the muck is staying over there. If I sweep all this off and clean it off, it'll flow over, and all the rest of the rubbish will flow over into the weir and away. A couple of ways I can do that, and what I tend to do is I'll do a little bit of weeding, pop it in the boat, and then I'll put the weed all across the top of the wall, and I'll leave open an area, say 3 feet wide. That will increase the depth of the water in the pools, and I'll have a good flow of water over the 3 feet wide, and that way all the rubbish will come over the top. In the event of any heavy water and rain coming down, because it's only weed, the weight of the water will push the weed off the top down the weir, and it'll all flow nicely, not causing any restrictions, not causing a problem, no way endangering the houses and properties that are around. So that's what we'll be doing later on, is cleaning that off. Just have to go out in the boat and do that. I'll be cleaning that off. So I'm going to take you a little walk around the fishery now so that you can have a look at what there is to do over the next few weeks, because we're going to be very busy. This is a really busy time. One of the many jobs to be done, of course, is clearing this passage here between the back straight and the raised ground in the middle there. We need to clear that out so that the water flowing down the brook, down the stream, has got clear access to the weir, and all debris coming down there can clearly float away, not get stuck and cause like a little type of dam, causing a blockage, causing problems around the centre of the pool itself. So all that there is to be removed. All that was reached to the right hand side, they've all got to come out. And we'll be working our way down through the bushes, all of those low hanging bushes, they've all got to come out. All of those. It all has to be removed. Right the way back to the weir. And then of course one of the jobs to be done now is the island. We've got some 15 to 20 feet of overhang off this island here now, with trees and branches. We'll be leaving some of those for the kingfisher, obviously. I'll keep him at his perching places so as he can carry on and do his fishing. But we need to get that island thinned out, trimmed right back, all ready to go. The weed in front can start to come out now. And if I just take you over to the far side there just for a moment, I think you can just about see on the surface there is some floating plant. Up until a few days ago that was bright green with blanket weed, and that's the bane of the fishery and has been all summer this year. It's what we don't want. We do not want blanket weed. It's terrible stuff. You can't do anything with it, as we said previously. It's now gone, so it's ready for me to start moving weed. The light is fading, everything's getting a little bit cooler, the light's fading out, so the plant is starting to subside and go back to winter mode. However, I've got to do it carefully because if I take it out too fast all in one go, I can come unstuck and the blanket weed will prolifically grow back, and that's what we don't want. So I'll take an amount of weed out slowly, and providing the blanket weed doesn't start to grow, we'll continue taking more and more out over the next few weeks. So we've got quite a bit to do. As you can see from the shot here, that floating mass and that blanket weed that I was talking about earlier, it still remains in this pool. So I've got to be a little bit careful just how much weed I do take out of this pool, otherwise that will really bloom once again. Do have to be careful. If I pan you around to the right, sorry, to the left, it's back to front for me. If I pan you around to the left, I'll take you a little walk over in that direction and we'll show you what we mean, because we've still got blanket weed here and that's not good. I'm going to stop for a second and just try and show you that little bird on the rock. Can you see it? There it is, just flown down to the next one. Not a very common sight. We're lucky here, we've got them. But that's a pair of grey wagtails. Beautiful little bird, bright yellow bellies and grey backs. They should be called yellow wagtails really, but apparently there is such a bird as a yellow wagtail. I believe it's American, so hence this one's called a grey one. It's more yellow than grey. Beautiful little bird. And there we go, that's the mass here that we're talking about. It's all to be done. Sticking up just in front of that bit of plant there, you can probably see a stick, and that's what I was saying earlier on about that back straight, is that we need to get that all cleaned up so those sticks can just follow straight through. There's that little wagtail, look, he's just gone over underneath the trees. So this debris that's about to come down in the winter can carry on straight down and out of our fishery. So not only is it time we're weeding the pools, but after a long droughty summer, which has been absolutely terrible, believe it or not, the grass has managed to grow. So we are right now in the process of cutting the grass once again. And I will confess, it would have been done a few days ago had not Muppet here hit a solid steel bar that's come up through the ground over the dry summer. I hit it with the blades and broke the belts. So I didn't get very far, and that was another expense up my ribs. But there we go. This is what happens. So the ground's become dry, the bar's worked its way up, the moles have no doubt been digging, and it was a tine off the back of a tractor attachment. An old cast iron steel tine. It was all rusty, but it's so heavy, just sitting there on the grass. Of course the grass was long, I didn't see it, and bang, job done. There we go. We'll just take a little stroll up the bank here now, over the top. There's Hector doing the strimming. Good lad. The moles are starting again, look. You can see all the mole hills coming up. Thank you very much. And for the first time this year, I think we're going to have to get the boat into the gin pool, and we need to remove all those lilies that is growing onto the surface. And the only way to do that, you always got a poser, haven't you? That's Kevin. The only way to do that is to get the boat in, because we've got nothing long enough to reach out there, so it'll be a boat job. Other than that, we started to knock all the weeds and everything down, and I'll just take you one more little walk to the top, just so you can see. You can probably see the pipe at the top there, but you can't see the fact that it's bone dry. So I'll take you a little walk up and show you what we mean. There we go. You'd think you'd catch a fish for you, wouldn't you? Eh? No. Amateurs, see? Everyone loves a photo, don't they? Everybody loves a photo.
Well, I don't. You don't get any business, mate. It's that fucking mental. What do you think, Gary? Better than that?
It's looking good, boy. It's looking good.
I'm going to start that side now, and then we're done. Well, that doesn't look too bad, isn't it?
No,
Doesn't really look.
it's looking good. It's looking good.
Well, I think, Gary, we can fish this thing. The fish is looking a bit more than that.
It is, it's getting there. Yeah. All we need now is some water.
Yeah. Well, we had a bit of rain lately.
Can you hear, Severn Trent? We need water. These fish need water.
That's not really invited to drink.
That's what you call in drought.
So low.
And according to the law, Severn Trent not allowed to extract water that is causing detriment to a business or to wildlife. And here you can see they're causing detriment to my business, and they're killing wildlife like you wouldn't believe because of the low levels. You haven't declared a drought, Severn Trent, and if you don't declare a drought, you're obliged to supply water. You're not doing it, you're breaking the law. There you go. Not a drop of water coming through. This is why all this growth is so prolific as well, because of the water flow. There we go. So anyway, I'm going to go back down there now. I'm going to go and get the lawnmower out, the rider on that is, and I've got a job to do, and that's cut the rest of this grass whilst the sun's shining and the wind's blowing and everything's dry. Catch you again, guys. Tight lines.